$1,200 per Social Security. People receiving SSI, SSDI, VA, RRB. If you are one of those 67 plus million Americans who rely on Social Security benefits each and every month, then you want to stick around till the end for this important video. There is a new proposal that could give out Americans monthly $1,200 check, and this is very important to check out which group of recipients are eligible for this, because this one is the latest update as of May 5th, 2023. Today in this video, I'll be talking about $1,200 plus additional $600, and Joe Biden is talking about new proposal, latest proposal, the Joe Biden's proposal for the Social Security benefits. Now, this proposal was seen controversial because it would impact those who rely on Social Security to make their end meet. Now, Social Security is hot topic for political debate. Social Security is center of the attention. There is much debate going on in the political sphere, and as you may know, Social Security is facing a projected $22.4 trillion funding shortfall through 2097. This means that lawmakers must find a way to address the program's financial challenges, and one of the solutions proposed by Joe Biden is to raise the full retirement age. Now, I know this proposal has met with both support and opposition, and the idea of raising the full retirement age is generally seen in a bad way to address the program's funding shortfall. However, it's worth noting that Biden's current 4-point plan to address the Social Security shortcoming faces numerous hurdles, and this one including opposition from Democrats who are concerned about the impact of any proposed changes on current beneficiaries. Also, we need to address the program's financial challenges, that is clear, but lawmakers must find a way to ensure that financial wealth of the program for the current recipients as well as the future generation of the retired workers. During the pandemic, one proposal was gained a lot of traction, lot of attention, and the idea was providing monthly $1,200 checks to Social Security, SSI, SSDI beneficiaries, and this proposal was only championed by Senator Bernie Sanders, who argued that extra money was absolutely necessary. As you can see, the issue of the Social Security is very complex and raises many questions. Therefore, it's very important to understand the implications of proposed solutions and how they might impact and affect your current benefits as well as the future beneficiaries receiving the payments. So speaking of the very important topic, Senator Bernie Sanders' recent proposal to give out monthly checks of $1,200 to Social Security, SSI, SSDI beneficiaries. Now, this proposal was met with both support and opposition due to cost and its potential to add to the country's already massive debt. Now, even though the proposal did not become a law, still it's very important to recognize the challenges that many Americans face making the end meet. It has showed up the importance of the Social Security, SSI, SSDI benefits, the plans supporting millions of Americans who rely on them. But fortunately, even without $1,200 monthly check, there is a new proposal that could give out Americans monthly $1,200 check. And this is very important to check out which group of recipients are eligible for this, because this one is the latest update as of May 5th, 2023. And these $1,200 payments are going out for a total of 5 years in a monthly period. And these proposals are going out, and this will send out $1,200 per month every adult and additional $600 per month to each and every child through local government via cash payments over 5 years period. So speaking of $1,200 going out for 5 years period, well, that's a ton of money, and that will come in handy during this rising high inflation. And even on top of that, if you got dependent, for each additional dependent you'll be going to receive $600 per month. So let's check out what this proposal is all about. This proposal is the Support Act, and the Support Act 2021 would send out this $1,200 payment for the 5 years period. And this bill builds onto the successful guaranteed income program which I have seen in the localities nationwide, including in Minneapolis. This program is pretty much similar to Minnesota's child tax credit program. You know what? It's inspired by Minnesota's own proposal, under which families earning less than $50,000 would be given out $1,000 per child through the state child tax credit, regardless of their tax liability. And these checks are estimated to benefit 2.5 million Minnesota families, totaling $3.9 billion billion, which families could start receiving in early fall. The plan also expands the child tax and dependent care credit and families to afford child care, and families would receive up to $4,000 per child under age 5 with maximum of $10,500 for child care. But remember, this is regarding Minnesota, what they are thinking about expanding the state child tax credit. Now, Support Act of 2021 is right over here on congress.gov. You can check it out. Let me summarize all the important details given into the bill. Now, speaking of the payments, you'd be receiving $14,400 plus additional $600 multiplied by the number of dependents. But remember, your dependents must be under the age 18. And also, speaking of the limitations, speaking of the exact eligibility criteria, it is depending on the adjusted gross income. So, amount of the credit is allowable under these circumstances. So, you got three group of recipient. So, the income limit, the adjusted gross income AGI must be under $150,000 in the case of the joint filers or surviving spouse filing jointly. Their income threshold must be under $150,000 to be eligible. Next one, for the heads of the household, income threshold must be below $112,500 in order to be eligible. Also, for the single taxpayers, income threshold must be under $75,000 in order to be eligible. As far as the current details, on April 9, Ilhan Omar voiced her opinion supporting these important proposals. First one, the Support Act 2021 and also the Child Tax Credit. And speaking of the Support Act 2021, it also gives you the pet accounts to the residents and businesses, and this accounts will provide you additional specified banking services including debit cards, online banking, automatic bill pay, automatic teller machines at the US postal facilities. Now definitely Representative Omar's plan could increase the financial resiliency of the households by offering all the household the public option to store their money as well as the monthly checks for going out for 5 years. So that's a significant step in giving out those people who need the help most. Now speaking of the current update, legislation of the End Child Poverty Act, which could again provide additional monthly payments of $393 per child. If the legislation is passed, payments would be available to any family regardless of their level of the income. Children would be automatically enrolled into the program at the birth. Also, speaking of the Support Act 2021, which would also send out $600 per month for every child and $1,200 per adult for 5 years period. Omar argued that the legislation from Minnesota could be used as the model for financial assistance for families. And speaking of the support and what's really going on, along with Omar, End Child Poverty Act is supported by fellow Democratic representatives, and currently there are lots of discussions going on regarding this one. Now, even though all of these proposals I just told you are in the discussion, so once I get any latest update on $1,200 monthly checks, I will keep you posted. So make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.